Hello, everyone, and welcome to Outside, the series, of course, we're going outside zombies maps, such as Voyage of Despair, which we have on our play today. This is going to be our first Black Ops 4 zombies map to take a look at, and I'm pretty excited. I'll be honest here, up front, have not played a ton of Black Ops 4 zombies. I did buy the game when it came out, played it for about a month, and then after that, that was about it. But even though that's the case, I do think that this is going to be a ton of fun. And if you do as well, leave a like down below, helps me out a ton. And of course, make sure you're subscribed so you can come back for more. But let's get right into it. So there's something I want to see like right off the rip here. If I go ahead and turn on no clip as early as possible, we can take a look at the iceberg that actually took out the ship. So first of all, there's a bunch of ice that just falls on off right here. And there's also a massive squid? Wait, what? I'm so confused right now. I didn't expect that. The iceberg, anyway, goes under the map way over there and then eventually despawns. It's not very interesting, but this is... Is there a squid on this map? What is happening? You guys are going to have to let me know down in the comment section because I have no idea. I've never done any of these Easter eggs, and I have certainly never seen this thing. Like, what is happening right now, dude? If I go inside the map, does it go away? No, it's definitely still there. I'm wondering if this is an Easter egg that was put in specifically for modders. Like, am I not supposed to see this? Is this only triggered when you follow that iceberg? Like, this is so weird, man. Well, that was a hell of a start to the video, wasn't it? But let's go ahead and go back and check out some more in this map. So, starting off here in spawn, right on the front of the ship here, there's an area that you can't normally get to, so let's just go ahead, no-clip right on out into it, and we can just take a look at some of the assets out here. Obviously, you can get a decent view of this area normally, but here's what it looks like. Up here, we have the anchor as well, which is quite nice, actually. It's very, very good looking, but we clip right through it. It doesn't have collision. But everything up here does, other than that, for the most part. Like these chains do, it seems like. This even has collision right here, and we got a nice look at the buoy here. RMS Titanic. Liverpool. Nice. But other than that, we got a whole bunch of ice right here, as well as a barrier. I can't actually walk this way. I do need to use no clip to go past that. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm guessing it has something to do with the area down below, although it does beg the question a little bit of whether they were planning to have some of this space be playable area and then decided to take it out, because everything back here does have collision. Everything, pretty much everything, other than like these wooden boxes, for example, have collision, which is interesting. Usually that is not the case outside the map, although this is Black Ops 4, and this is our first map of that, so that might be a trend. We'll put that down in the notes. Alright, continuing here on the deck, we got a window to check out right here in spawn. Let's just go ahead and hop right on into it. Looks like we got some random containers and a little area around the corner for zombies to spawn. It's a nice looking area, but it's very dark, a little bit of fire, and that is about it. So let's go ahead and continue onward. Although something interesting about that window location, this door right here actually leads to it. So if we just no-clip right on through, we can see that on the other side of it, it would have led to this little hallway right here, which has some strange piece of metal just sticking right on through it. And as far as the other door right next to it here, if we go ahead and no-clip on through, we can see that there actually is a little area here that we can walk about. I'm not entirely sure if this is just a ceiling to another area below us. It looks like that is actually the case, but kind of cool. There's not much going on over here. We're just in very liminal area. But here's a look at that. I should probably note a couple things about the situation we got going on in Black Ops 4. As you can tell, when I shoot, it does not make any sound. That is, of course, because Black Ops 4 does have death areas, which means if I go out of playable space, the game will constantly try and kill me and start making noise. So I have sound effects volume turned off, so that is not the case, and that is why things are a little bit quiet. And also, when I no-clip, you can turn around and see your own body in this mod menu, which is a little bit unfortunate, kind of gets in the way, but it also, I mean, it's kind of hilarious. Now, there's a couple more windows here to check out and spawn. These ones up top, which look creepy as hell, man. Look at this. There's so much, like, blood. It's dark. It's red. and it's extremely gritty. I honestly don't remember it looking like this, but we got a little room back here that actually does have a book in it, although it doesn't seem like there's anything written on that book. Not that it'd be easy to tell with all this darkness, but it is kind of cool to see. I mean, there's some modeling here going on. There's some doors. There's even this one right here, which looks a little bit lit up. Let's go ahead and go through it. And okay, well, that's why. It looks like it actually kind of leads some... Well, not really. I mean, there's definitely separation between these two areas. This is somewhere else in, like, the stateroom area, which we'll get to in a bit. And if we go to this one down here on the right, it doesn't seem like these areas connect, which is interesting. There is a ton of doors in this one, though, as well. But beyond these doors, there really isn't anything at all. There's nothing really too interesting, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and continue onward. All right, so I think the best way to tackle this is to literally just go from the front of the boat all the way to the back of the boat. So to do that, we actually have to go downward first here through this door that normally you can't open unless you got the artifact. But of course, we got no clip, so we don't even need that. We can just go ahead and waltz on down here and start taking a look at this area. So this is, I guess this is the mail room, I suppose. We got a window right here. Let's go ahead and just hop right on into it. Looks like we got a little bit of quarter area. We got some beds and stuff for people to sleep in and some lockers, which is always fun to see. Doesn't look like there's too much going on in here that's insanely interesting, although it is a really cool space to walk around in. Everything does have collision. Everything's got barriers around it, like even this right here, which is kind of interesting. Oh my god, there's what is that? Is that a bear? That is a whole lot different than Samantha's teddy bear, I'll tell you that much. Well, back inside the map now, going on down into the mailroom. There should be quite a few windows down here to check out. I guess let's go this way first, just because we can. Hop on into this window right here, which looks like a very small space. In fact, it is freaking tiny, dude. I'm guessing zombies probably just spawn over here and then slowly come on out at you here. Also, before we move on, here is a quick look at what this box area looks like. It is flat down here. This is the bottom of it. As you can see, if I go ahead and just clip right below us, we can see that it does not extend at all into the floor. But yeah, very creepy, dude. Definitely a very weird box design here for Black Ops 4. Well, I suppose this isn't the box, right? This is the not a box location, but still creepy. And right next to it, we got this window, so let's just go ahead and hop on into it. We got the casting couch and a couple boxes, but that looks like it's about it. Just a place for zombies to spawn around the corner and come on out the window at you. And continuing further, we got two windows in this little room, so if we hop on into this one, well, we got some, I'm guessing this is for, like, mail sorting, right? These, like, bags and stuff. This is a mail room after all. And a little area for zombies to spawn around the corner, and I'm kind of surprised, actually, that these two windows don't connect. I kind of assumed that they would, but for some reason they don't. I guess they just put up a big old wall right here in between them, because I'm assuming if I go right on through this one... Oh, okay, so they kind of align, but they don't. Weird. As you can see here, when I'm clipped outside the map, the water is rendered, and it actually goes into playable space, which is quite interesting. I'm assuming once I go back inside the map, immediately that water just unrenders, so it doesn't appear here, and it doesn't have that issue. That's probably how they got around this problem, to just make it easier for them so they didn't have to form it to playable space. Otherwise, we would just see water flowing throughout here, which would be a little bit stupid, wouldn't it? All right, let's go ahead and buy the door into the cargo hold, and let's take a look at this area. So there's a bunch of water, right? So I think that's going to make this a little bit strange, and I don't think there's a ton to actually look at here as far as, like, no-clip wise. But I mean, we can get a better look at this car, for instance. Not exactly sure what this is. It definitely... Obviously, it's very old. I don't know if this is like a Model A kind of situation or something. I'm not huge... Oh, God. Where am I? Yeah, sorry, guys. It always takes a little bit to get used to the speed of a no-clip in a new game. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not super into old cars like this, so I'm not entirely sure what that is. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comment section. But there is some pretty cool models in here. There's even another one right here as well. And if we continue onward this way, we can see that the area just kind of cuts off right there beyond it. At the back here, there's a window location, of course, as we can see, but there's a zombie coming out of it. So let's just go ahead and hop on into it. And when we do, interestingly enough, the water, like, texture seems to go away, even though there is still water in here, as you can see by him swimming. And this area is huge, dude. Look at this. So I don't know exactly where the zombies spawn at. I'm guessing they probably spawn way back here around the corner, right? But there also is this little area, which it's kind of hard to see. It's very dark. I know. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll try and do some post-editing stuff. But there's also this, like, lower area. So up there is where we were just a second ago. And then there's also, like, this area down here that has a long hallway leading to absolutely nowhere. Not exactly sure why this is here, but pretty cool that it is. And there's also a door right here at the end of the hallway, and if we go ahead and no-clip on through it, we can see that there actually is a little hidden room here. Not exactly sure why it's here. I'm wondering, of course, if they were planning to have a little bit more to this area, perhaps, and just decided not to. But kind of cool, man. I mean, this is definitely a really cool atmosphere. You can say what you want about Black Ops 4 Zombies. There's a lot of things to say about it. But, I mean, this is pretty sick, man. Yeah, and just to take a look at that space real quick from outside the map, we can see it in its entirety. Not sure why it's here, but you can get a good look at that bottom area down there with a big old hallway, this little secret room right here that we found, and the actual window location over there that you can see from inside the map. Oh, you can drain the water. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, wow, I completely forgot that that's a thing, so now we get a much better look at this area. Although I don't think there's anything else really to check out. There's this little area back here, I suppose, that's outside the map. We might as well check it out. We got a nice beam of light here just faced at the corner, which is kind of cool. But other than that, and this really sick-looking motorcycle, actually. What is going on with this? Is that like some old form of like a shock absorber? That looks nuts, dude. It's like horizontal instead of like vertical or at an angle or something. Alrighty, so that is all of that out of the way, so let's go ahead and start our way into the main body of the ship here. We got the staterooms, which is like first class, I think, right? So let's go ahead and just see what's going on in here. I think we do have... I mean, first of all, we have a bunch of these doors, right? So let's just get that out of the way. I'm assuming most of these doors go absolutely nowhere, and that definitely seems to be the case. None of these doors seem to go to any, like, hidden rooms, unfortunately. We can see that we're just in some very, very, very liminal space. And, oh my god, look at that down there. But anyway, back into the staterooms. We should have some window locations at least to check out, such as this one right here. Let's go ahead and hop on into it. It's a very small little area with some really small, weird-looking beds. I'm guessing this was considered nice back in the day, but I would not want to sleep in that, man. And we also have a little area here around the corner, which is kind of cool as well. There's this door that we can just walk right on through. I'm assuming this is where the zombies spawn back here, and then they come on out the window at you here. And across the way, of course, we got another window location, so let's go ahead and check it out. Looks kind of the same as far as, like, modeling goes, but a little bit of a different layout. A big old room back here that you don't normally get to see. This is obviously where the zombies do spawn in. And, cool details, man. I gotta say, so far, I really am liking the atmosphere and modeling of Black Ops 4. Obviously, it's a more modern Call of Duty, so everything is very, very HD and good-looking. But, if only the gameplay in this game was good, too, huh? Yeah, you're gonna hear me rip on Black Ops 4 a ton in this series. Right here, I just noticed that there is a door just cracked open, and if we go ahead and hop on through it, if I can, there we go, we can see that there is actually a little bathroom here, and a sink and stuff that's modeled, but other than that, there is nothing else in here. In fact, there really isn't much room whatsoever. Obviously, we are on a ship, so it does kind of make sense that things like bathrooms are tiny, but man, is that a small space for a toilet. And moving on down the hallway here, we got another out-of-bounds location here to our left, which this one looks pretty damn awesome. In fact, it's pretty huge. There's this little offshoot room here with some tables and some bags and stuff like that on the ground. And then there's this main room here that leads and looks into some of like the stairway there. And then there's also this door, which would have connected back to this playable space here where the box is. But yeah, we'll take a look at that more in just a bit. So let's go ahead and hop back on into the staterooms and see some more of these details that we've passed on by. So first of all, there's this door right here, which has windows that are completely opaque, which is very strange because on the other side of those windows is playable space that is fully modeled. And on the other end of this hallway, you can see that the same door exists where the windows are not opaque. So I'm not sure why they decided to do that for this window down here and not that one over there. Perhaps it was just something partway in development that just didn't happen. Kind of strange. But other than that, we do have a little space right here to check out, so let's just go ahead and hop on into it. Seems like somebody left the toilet paper on the ground right there. But yeah, we just got some toilets, it seems like. So, wait, hold on one second. Let me just look away for a second, guys. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Whew. That was a nasty one. And that seems to be about it for the staterooms. So let's go ahead and hop on through this door right here to the Millionaire Suites. All right. So this area obviously is a lot bigger, and of course it leads back up and like over the top of the area that we were before, which we're going to check that out next. But let's just check this area out first. There should be quite a few things to look at. Let's just go ahead and first of all hop right on out of here and check out some of these rooms that you'd never get to see. I'm guessing zombies spawn in this one, and there is a really weird cube right here. Look at this. Is that like a blood cube? I'm not exactly sure. It has collision, which is strange, but it's there. No clue why it is, though. And this little hallway leads back to two doors, which on the other side of course, there isn't anything at all. Well, I guess other than this hallway, which, where does this go to? Back to, okay, this is a window location over here by this Millionaire suite. And also, this door right here at the end of the hallway, if we no-clip through it, we can see that it actually does lead back into playable space as well. So, some cohesion, which is nice, and we have more to check out. Let's just go ahead and hop back here as well, right behind the staircase. There's this big old area that we were already in. You can't normally get here, I don't think, right? Yeah, this is all out-of-bounds location, where these two weird doors are. But there's not much to check out. Just these little, like, elevators with chairs in them, which is a very strange-looking elevator. At least for modern times. So this might have been more normal for back then. But cool area, but there's not too much to it. So let's go ahead and hop back on inside the map and check out some other stuff. So heading on up the stairs now. Obviously, this leads to some huge other areas like the dining hall and stuff like that. And we'll get to that soon enough. But before we do, let's go ahead and just hop on back behind the staircase yet again. And here is one floor up from those elevators that we were at below. This looks a lot more chaotic, a lot more in disarray, and it looks like a whole lot of blood here. Unfortunate for whoever that was. We also got some doors here and here that seem to actually be transparent, so let's go ahead and hop on in through this one. And look at that, we got another hidden little room back here that seems to literally just be for some ambiance, right? There's some objects here at the door, but other than that, I mean, this space is pretty much completely empty, even though it is textured, and there is some random models, like some clothes here around the floor. But most of this you don't really get to see. Obviously, that right there is playable space, so jumping down, you can kind of see this. But, I mean, I don't think even zombies spawn back here. This is kind of unused for the most part. So, of course, that door over there makes me wonder. These doors here are not transparent. You cannot see through them, but if we go ahead and hop through, yeah, there is another identical, well, not really identical looking room, but there is another room, a sister room, you could say, over here as well. It's very dark, and it is pretty much fully modeled, other than for, like, this little corner over here. I mean, there's, like, some chairs, some, well, I guess couches, and boxes and stuff along the floor. Kind of cool, man. And lastly, for this little, like, jump down area right here, we have the back section. If we go back here, we can see, well, first of all, there's a nice light. Finally, there's actually some light on this map. But we got some doors. I'm assuming these doors don't lead anywhere. Like this one, for instance, does not really lead anywhere. And then this one as well. Although, okay, wait, where? Oh, okay. So this just leads upward, which we'll get to in just a bit. So stay tuned. All right, so we'll check out the dining room in a bit. But let's go ahead and head on up the grand staircase here to this upper section and see what this area has to offer. So obviously, going back that way is further into the ship. So instead, let's go this way a bit. Well, actually, first, we do have a window right here. Let's check that out real quick. It literally looks like just a tiny little area right here that zombies, I guess, like crawl up and out of. It's extremely unmodeled, And in fact, it's really not even well textured. So it's kind of strange that that exists, but it does. Moving onward from that, we do have like this bridge area to check out, which is a very confusing area, but we can hop through different areas like this one right here, which is a little window location that actually connects right on out into the deck, which is kind of cool. Did you see that zombie? Wait, he has pathing through this window? Oh my god, he does. I did not know that. That's pretty nuts. But yeah, this is actually really cool to be able to just like walk out here where some of this ice is. That right there obviously is playable space, but I really wish like this area all connected back. And oh my god, where did I just fall down into? This is huge. Okay, so this is right outside the grand staircase right here. So this is like a little window location as well. And this is massive, dude. Look at how big this room is. This I said some other room was massive before, and it does not even compare to how big this area is. Oh my god. And all of it is relatively well modeled. We have these like sun chairs and stuff like that chilling. Obviously, you can see a decent bit of this through these windows as well, so that kind of makes sense. That's probably why it's relatively well modeled. But it's huge, man. There's a little turnstile thing there. Another little dark room over here that, I mean, you cannot see whatsoever. It continues all the way around the left side. There's even this little room here, too, which, again, I mean, there's absolutely no way you could see that from inside the map. But yeah, it looks like it ends right here where the playable space begins again on the deck on this promenade starboard deck. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but that is freaking sick, dude. Really makes you wish that they opened up some of this area a little bit, maybe made training a little bit easier on this map. Again, I only played this map for like a month. It's not like a ton of gameplay time on it, but I definitely remember it being very cramped. Anyways, back into the bridge here. We have a few things to check out. First of all, I suppose let's just go ahead and hop on into this window location if I can. There we go. We got, well, zombies falling down from above, for one. So it does seem like there is some zombie spawn engineering going on, with them being able to drop down from whatever is above us here, which is... Okay, so we're like on top of the bridge right now. It feels like I'm inside of a barrier. I can barely walk around right now. So I guess zombies can somehow spawn up here or climb up here and then go through that hole in the ceiling. Moving on from that, though, we have another one of these windows right here that lead on out to the deck if we can get around this zombie. Come on, get out of my way, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Jeez. What a Karen. But yeah, we got like a little living quarters, it looks like, and another freaking zombie in my wake. Dude, come on. Jeez. All right, going on out to the deck here, we can see, of course, it connects back to playable space right here. I'm assuming this is probably where zombies jump on into the map. But you never get to walk out here, which is really unfortunate because, man, again, with some of these areas made training so much easier. But I think, again, zombies climb on up over here, and we can see that the devs definitely put in like a little ramp for them too, just to make it easier for them, I guess. It's kind of cool to see. Wait, there's two... Oh, look at this. Okay, so there's actually a little hidden room right here that you literally never get to see. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm guessing they were thinking about having that as a window location as well, maybe? Or perhaps this was originally the window location and then they decided to move it. Not sure, but pretty cool, man. I literally only noticed that because I went back to go through the window again, and there's two of them. Dude, and again, these zombies have complete pathing back here as well, which really makes me wonder if they were planning to have this as playable space, and why in the world would they have taken it out? I don't know. Oh, cool. I just noticed this. So I think there's, like, zombies that are specific to areas. Like, this guy just spawned in that I haven't seen yet, and it looks like he is most certainly like the captain of the ship or something like that, which is kind of a cool touch. I don't think I've ever noticed that before, but getting some time here to be able to just chill out and look at some of these zombies models, pretty cool to see that. We do have one more window location to check out right here, which literally looks like almost like an elevator shaft here. Just leads downward to this little location, kind of like that other one we checked out before, although this one is much better textured, but same kind of deal, just a really thin area. Zombies spawn down here and then jump on up to this window, I suppose, although it is a door. Oh, and there's this little window we passed on up. Let's hop on into it. It also has, oh, wait, what is this? A blueprint for the Zulhander. I honestly don't remember how to pronounce this. I'm sure if I played more Black Ops 4, probably would have figured it out. But yeah, you guys are gonna have to let me know. But this is pretty sick, man. I don't know if you would ever be able to see this otherwise. Okay, well, yeah, I guess looking in through this window would literally be the only way. Man, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Although Black Ops 4 Zombies had some kind of dumb mechanics, at least in my opinion, the modeling and like little Easter eggs like this, I mean that's freaking sick, dude. And that is just about it for the bridge area here. But before we leave and move on, let's go ahead and no clip on upward. I just kind of want to see like how high are some of these barriers. Doesn't look like terribly high, actually. They're pretty thin, it seems like. Although there seems to be a barrier between these two areas, which is strange. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop on past that one and just take a walk on the rest of this. We can pretty much walk over all of it. And interestingly enough, this little area right here is lower than the rest of it. I'm not sure why that would be. Perhaps they were just less worried about people glitching to this area. And oh my god, I could walk right through that, and it's glitching out my screen. Oh, that's nauseating. But yeah, this is just that little area above the staircase. Kind of cool to see like it from the outside perspective here. Although, as you can see, it's not fantastic. Not exactly easy to look at, but pretty cool, man. Oh my god. There's a crow over here? Did you guys know about this? So this is above the pole here, right above spawn, right? And there's literally just a crow sitting at the top of it. I'm not sure if you can't shoot him, it doesn't look like. I just definitely just shot the guy. And oh my god, what barrier am I on top of now? Oh, I see. This is the barrier that is just above the entire map. So I'm guessing this is like the theater mode barrier. At least that's what you guys had explained to me before. And then like Black Ops 2, for instance, it had barriers above the map. So I'm guessing that is what this is. But anyway, yeah, there is a crow just chilling right here underneath the moonlight. That is a hell of a picture. All right, so we're back here by the grand upper staircase. Of course, going down back there leads towards the dining room, but there is a little bit of an area here to my right that we haven't checked out yet. So actually, let's check that out first. I just accidentally opened the door. I didn't really mean to do that. But anyway, there is a huge area out here. Just like on the other side, has a bunch of these like lawn chair kind of deals, and it extends all the way down this hallway, it looks like, with the random little room back there that we just saw. And at the end of it here, we have a little monkey, again, with some beer bottles. Yeah, I'm not sure if these monkeys are supposed to be like a little hint at the old zombies storyline, but they are definitely here. Perhaps it's the new Chaos Monkey? Is that what this is? Is this the Chaos Monkey? I guess new and old, because they already ended the Chaos storyline, didn't they? But kind of funny to see him there. There's also this door right at the end, but looking at like how this ship is constructed, surely it doesn't even make sense, right? If we hop on through it, it literally leads to the side of the ship. We can see it right here through this one little window. Kind of strange, man. But anyway, going on back down this area, we can see, if we hop on back inside the map, we have the entirety here of this first class lounge area to check out. Which, as far as I can tell, there is not any traditional windows in this area whatsoever. Well, I guess besides this one right here. I literally just proved myself wrong by finding one. But it doesn't seem like there's much going on in here. Just a little area for zombies to spawn here around the corner. And that is about it. Alright, next up is the good old dining hall. But before we cover it, I'm going to take a sip of the coffee. Because, of course, I have my coffee with me here this morning. And I hope wherever you are, whatever time you're watching this, you're enjoying yourself, because man, oh man, I gotta be honest, I really am enjoying myself. Now, as I said, Black Ops 4 is probably my least favorite zombies that has ever happened. Like, I think I enjoyed World War II zombies more than Black Ops 4, which is kind of strange to say, because it's made by a completely different developer. But even with that being said, there has to be a huge props to the map makers here, because the atmosphere of maps, like, for instance, this one that we're on right now, are fantastic. I really do think that Black Ops 4 had some pretty decent maps, although I haven't played any of the DLC maps at all. All I've played is the 3 maps that came out at launch. I did kind of enjoy them, although the mechanics of the game just kind of took away for me. But atmosphere-wise and like play space-wise, these really are some pretty damn cool maps. It's kind of unfortunate that it just ended up getting wasted by whoever decided to make those gameplay changes to like perks, for instance. Like, what the hell, man? But anyways, I am enjoying this a ton, and if you are too, leave a like down below. It helps me out a ton, and of course, make sure you're subscribed so you can come back for more. But without further ado, let's continue. Alright, so here we are in the Galley, whatever that is supposed to be. I guess this is like a kitchen area. It kind of seems like it, at least. There's definitely some like cooking supplies and stuff. We do have some out of bounds areas, such as this one right here, if I can stay from not clipping outside the wall. We can take a look outside into the water down there, but there is a little space back here with some like boilers and stuff. Little boiler room action, it seems like. Place for zombies to spawn and come on through the fire at ya. And there's also a couple traditional windows in here, which is nice to see. We got some meat hanging from the ceiling back here, and it actually leads around to a little hidden space, another little hidden room that you can't normally get to see. In fact, this door here leads back to the map as well, which is kind of cool. We also got this window right on over here, so let's go ahead and hop on into it. Looks like there's a whole bunch of supplies, some, like, apples, or what is this? What is that? Is it bad? I have no idea what that is. It definitely doesn't look like a potato. I don't know what's going on, but we got a whole bunch of it, and right next to that window, we do have another one, so let's go ahead and hop on into it. This one's even smaller, although its modeling is quite a bit different. But something else that is interesting about this window location is right down here, there's a ladder, and if we go ahead and hop on into it, we can see yet another little hidden room right here, just below the deck of the Galley. All right, moving on, we got this door to go ahead and go on through, and I believe this leads, so first of all, there's that downward area as well, but it also leads up to the deck above us, and I think like the mid deck here, whatever you want to call it, the promenade starboard deck. Yeah, that one. We really need to remember what that is, don't we? But I think before worrying about that, let's just check out this area in general. So first of all, we got this little walkway right here that apparently has no collision whatsoever. I just straight fell on down here to the engine room, I think, is what this is below us, which we'll get to that soon enough. But I do kind of want to see what's going on over here. Like, there is this little room back here, which is kind of strange. I think this is where the zombies spawn, though, right? And then they use this to get into the map, although we have no collision with it, so I'm not entirely sure. And then above us, we have this little area with, well, this fella that unfortunately met his demise. Above us here, it doesn't seem like there's collision. There's just kind of a barrier covering this whole thing. We can get a better look at what happened to this dude. I think he might have been murdered, actually. That definitely doesn't seem like a zombie did that. All right, I suppose the next direction to go is through this door to those promenade starboard decks. We already checked out that area back there, but we haven't checked out any of this. So first of all, if I look off to my right here, you can see that there is a big old area here. It's very dark. It looks a lot like that first class lounge area. In fact, I'm assuming this is in real life, or what was in real life, a continuation of that first class lounge area. But normally this is not playable space in the game, but we can just take a look at all of it. It's very dark, and as far as modeling goes, I don't think there's anything too crazy. I mean, there's a big old piece of cheese there, though. My God. Man, it is pretty crazy how huge this area is. Definitely makes you wonder whether it was going to be a playable space at some time to connect these two, like, side decks here. Which, yeah, this is definitely just, like, a mirrored portion of the room. You can see even, like, the fireplace right there is pretty much identical. This is the unmodeled version. And if we go ahead and go on over to here, we can see the same kind of layout. And, again, here's that fireplace. But anyway, back on out to the promenade deck. It continues on through to this little area, which I don't know what this is really supposed to be. It definitely looks like a little greenhouse to me. If we go ahead and hop on into this window, we can see it leads on back to this little hallway. This is, I'm assuming, where the zombies spawn, and then come on out this hallway to where this guy is right now. And of course, that little greenhouse area leads on back out to the poop deck here, as we can see. But before we explore anything that way, there's a few things more that we need to go this way for. So, I mean, first of all, There's a one window right here, which is kind of cool. I just want to check it out. Very maintenance room-like. Not exactly sure what these things are. Maybe for, like, air conditioning or something. But a cool little area. We got some lockers and a little shelf with some random stuff on it. And a really glitchy window. So next up, we got this window right here next to the GKS. Such a weird name for a gun. But anyway, let's go ahead and hop on into here. So first, we have a staircase that looks like leading down. We'll check that out in just a second. But up here, there's actually a little area. There's one door that I'm guessing leads, would have led at least back out here. So that I suppose that at least makes sense to the second class entrance, man. Imagine being second class. Geez, first loser, right? But it also leads out to the deck here as well, which is kind of cool. Of course, this is not playable space. This area right here is, but where I am is not. And we can just take a look at this area, which is kind of nice. We can even jump on top of these little broken rescue ships or whatever you would want to call them. Yeah, I'm definitely not a sailor, but this is a pretty cool area, man. We can check this out. Take a look at some of the area down there as well. But this just wraps around and goes back to playable space here. And oh my god, again, do I wish that you could have trained zombies around this. Would have made life so much easier up here, but they really didn't want to do that back in Black Ops 4, did they? I mean, considering they took out Juggernaut. Like, what the hell were they thinking? But anyway, going back on into the second class entrance, we can see, first of all, there's this weird drop-down area. Oh my god, wait, there's a door here. Wait, so this staircase, right, it leads all the way down here around the corner with this random little drop-down area in the middle, and then continues onward all the way down to a hallway. Look at this hallway. It goes all the way from this side of the ship over here, which I believe this is a window location for zombies to go on back out towards the poop deck. And it even kind of looks like it would have gone further here down towards this section, perhaps into, I don't know. I don't know what into what. I have no clue. But perhaps something down here? Yeah, this is definitely looking like some unfinished work. Perhaps this was going to be part of the map. I'm really starting to think that, actually, looking at how big that was. And it connects to a bunch of different areas. It definitely seems like the developers were thinking about having a staircase here that would allow you to get between a few different areas. But unfortunately, it seems like they took that out and instead made it into a window location here. But perhaps it's just that for zombies. That also could be the case. It could just be some zombie spawn engineering going on so that the zombies can decide to come all the way out towards this way, depending on where you are, or wrap around the entire deck and come out this way as well. Oh, and while I'm here, I kind of didn't check this out either. There's a little space back here behind, like, these staircases. There's not much going on, though, unfortunately, just, like, some boxes and stuff. And inside this, well, actually, oh my god, there's a staircase. Oh my god, there is a staircase and a half here, isn't there? Yeah, so this is just like the berths area, which we're going to check out in a bit. That's towards the poop deck, so we'll be there in a little bit. But oh my god, this space above it is huge, dude. It really makes you wonder, like, how much of this were they planning to have space or be playable space, and then decided to cut it off at some point, limit their vision. But holy crap, man, this is huge. Anyways, back on up on the deck, we got some things to check out. So first of all, let's go ahead, hop on out of the barrier here. It's kind of weird, the decisions that they made here. Like, it doesn't really make sense to me why this isn't playable space. This right here, right now, where I am, this little sun deck area apparently is what it's called, I don't get why it doesn't connect around this way. It makes zero sense to me why they decided to cut all of that off and, like, make it, like, half a deck. Like, it could have been really cool to be able to train zombies around the entirety of this deck up here, but instead, they segmented it into, like, a bunch of different sections here and made you go different ways, and I just don't get why they did that. But over on the other side of the deck, we got a window location right here to check out, so let's go ahead and hop on into it. And it seems like we actually have some writing on something here, although I don't exactly know how legible that is. It probably isn't very important because of that. We got a spinning fan, though. Nice little animation. And another room over here with a painting, actually, of who knows who that is. Yeah, this is actually a really cool area. There's, like, some lockers and stuff, which doesn't really make sense But then there's also this little table with what looks like a little game of poker going on with a bottle in the middle, which, oh my god, that reminds me a lot of college. Whoa. There's a shootable Easter egg on Voyage. Wonder what that gives you. Does that give you like a free perk or something? You guys are going to have to let me know down in the comment section because I'm sure, as always, of course, you guys know way more than me. And if we come back here by where that GKS wall by is, and we go down to the left here instead, down these like lifeboats, we can see that there is a little bit of a window location right here. Let's go ahead and hop on into it. And it turns out that that window location is just going back into this like first class lounge area we checked out before. But continuing this way, there is a little bit of an out of the map like deck area here again. Very much so the same. We got another little room right here. I'm assuming zombies can spawn in and then decide to come on out this way, perhaps, into the map, or go this way as well. Which I believe just leads, yeah, back into the modeled portion of the first class lounge. But back up on the mid deck here, there is a couple like weird window locations, like this one right here, that is, again, literally just like this little thin space for zombies to spawn in and then crawl on up and out. I don't get why they felt the need to put so many windows in such a tight space. I'm guessing that's why those windows exist. Like there's even another one right here as well. Kind of a strange space. Just goes straight on down, and right above us is like some fire and smoke textures to try and hide what's going on. Okay, so I am like 98% sure that that is everything in that direction. So now let's go ahead, go on down the staircase towards the poop decks and check out some more stuff here. So, of course, we have these, like, berth areas to go down into, and I really want to check them out. But before we do have some places like this to check out, little window location that seemingly leads, actually, towards the berth location. We can see there's actually a door here that would have led to these third-class berths, which, honestly, still don't know what a berth is, but I'm just going to keep saying it like I do. And on this side over here on the right, there is another window location that leads back to another one of these kind of rooms, just this one is a little bit less modeled, although it does have benches surrounding the entire outside portion of it, which is interesting. That, I mean, you'd never get to see any of that. But here it is, a little hidden room back here for zombies to spawn in and come on out the window here at you. And as far as up here on top of the poop deck itself, there really isn't all that much to check out. Nothing really all that interesting. Although I suppose we could, I guess, grab the artifact. Oh, look at that, I got an achievement. That's cool. And with that out of the way, it's time to go down into these third-class berths here. So let's go ahead and go on down and hop on right outside the map immediately here. There's a bunch of space, actually. I'm guessing zombies probably just spawn, like, right around the corner, there and there. But there's even more space back this way. I guess it's just more ambiance, right? And it makes it easier if they just connect it all together. But kind of strange, like, even like this right here, like, why are these little hallways there? Guess we'll never know. But we do have a couple windows here, such as this one, so let's go ahead and hop on into it. Little area for zombies to spawn right there around the corner. And then over here, it's just a bunch of sinks, apparently. This is a little bathroom, I guess. Didn't really realize that before. But here's a look at this space. And right across from it is another one, so let's go ahead and hop on into it. And it looks pretty much the same for the most part. The little area for zombies to spawn around the corner here. And again, another little bathroom section. So I guess probably like a little male and female, although it doesn't really seem all that apparent that these are supposed to be bathrooms, at least from the playable space. So this way right here, as well as that way right there, is towards playable space, right? But before we continue, I kind of want to just check this out again. I think we've already been here, right, from somewhere down there. But it's just crazy to me how huge this area is, and I don't think we fully covered it yet. So let's just check it out. There's some little spaces back here, for instance, for no apparent reason. There's also a fully modeled little, like, bathroom slash bedroom section. I don't understand this. There's literally bunk beds, and then right next to it is a sink. Weird. But if we continue around the stairs and go towards this way, we can see there's even more sections. So there's even like these little doors here. Of course, they don't really lead anywhere, unfortunately. But we can continue onward this way and check out some of this section. There's nothing beyond that door, but behind this door, this actually does lead somewhere. It leads back towards where are we? Oh, here we go. Towards the staircase down here. Anyways, back up here at the top, let's go ahead and continue onward to the D deck, I guess, is where we're going, even though it still says we're in the berths. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Let's go ahead and hop on out this window. There's a little space here, again, with some more bunk beds and toiletries in the same room as each other. Very strange. This third class situation doesn't really look all that fun, does it? And continuing further, I believe, yeah, there's another section on the other side that's pretty much like the mirror image. Okay, zombie, really? Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Thank you. What's going on with this guy? Huh. I guess just for this one hand that's peeking out of the wall right there, they had a whole-ass zombie model right here. That is so strange. And right on past that little window location is yet another one right here. Although this one does not have any open rooms, unfortunately. Although I literally just accidentally walked into a hidden room. So here we go. Did not know this was here before, but it definitely is. And right across this little cramped hallway is another door, although this one does have collision. But if we pass on by it, we can see there is an identical little hidden room here as well. And over here on the other side, just right on down the hallway, it seems like there is yet another one of these. There's a bunch of these little, like, these really cramped looking hallways. And I've been checking just to see, like, it doesn't seem like that one has any hidden rooms, but there's even more of these, right? If we just continue on this one, here's another one. Let's go ahead and hop on into it. This one looks a little bit more fancy. I mean, there's like wooden walls and stuff. We can see there is yet another one right here, so let's just keep on going, I suppose. And this one does have a little offshoot room here that seems to be fully textured, probably just a place for zombies to spawn back there, and then come on out the window here. And as for the other side, there is even more. There's this one right here as well, which doesn't seem to have any hidden rooms, although it does have that same situation where there's a door that I can just walk right on through. But unfortunately, there's nothing here. I'm just standing above a room that is below me. But as far as this door right here, this one does have that little hidden room again, just like before. So normally next, we're supposed to go down these stairs where these zombies are coming from. But before we do, I want to go up them. Let's see what's going on with that. So if we go ahead and make our way up these stairs, we can see a very liminal space here with some weird, like, support pillars here in the middle. And as far as textures go, I mean, it's not looking fantastic. It's got a lot of, like, flat-looking textures. And these doors here on the side, unfortunately, it looks like they don't actually lead anywhere. But anyway, down here, there should be a bunch of things to check out. So first of all, let's go ahead and hop on outside the map right here. Got a little, like, hallway-looking area. And oh my god, the zombie just gonna... Really? But anyway, there is some doors here. There's nothing going on outside of them, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and continue down this hallway. That seems to lead... Okay, yeah, it leads all the way to this staircase, which I think we've already checked out, right? We've already been through all of this section here. But on the opposite side of that, there is another area right here, pretty similar, although this one doesn't seem to connect this way. As you can see, there is a door just separating the two areas. Although, I mean, it does, like, have that coherence where it would have. And if we go this way, again, just a little, like, thin little hallway, and nothing really behind these doors whatsoever. But back in this section of the map, there is some more windows to check out, such as this one. Let's go ahead and hop on into it. And it looks very much so the same as some of those berth areas. Just some really thin-looking hallways and some random models scattered about the floor. We also got this window right here, which is kind of cool. It looks like another little, like, mailroom kind of section. And we have on the table some, like, little pictures of women, it seems. And, oh god, zombies, get out of my way. You know, I'm really missing the Black Ops 3 mod menu right now, where I can just turn off zombie spawning so they don't get in my face all the time. But yeah, there's even, like, some letters right here on the table. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on that for you right there so you can read. I'm not sure if there's any significance to the address, but there you go, it's on your screen. And other than this guy that seems to have literally gone face to desk, if we go to the left here, we can see there's some curtains separating into a little different area. I guess probably a space for zombies to spawn right here and then come on out the window at you. All right, heading on down to provisions. So there are a bunch of windows here, I believe. So here's one of them with a whole bunch of meat hanging up. And interestingly enough, some of them actually have like collision with the player. As you can see, I can just push them around, while other ones towards the back here have absolutely no collision with me whatsoever. So it's kind of strange to see how they did that, where like some of them work, but other ones don't. And back inside the map here, there are more windows to check out in this section, such as this one right here. Let's go ahead and hop on into it. It seems like a little sauna room, or I'm guessing probably more like a refrigerator room for the meat, right? It looks like a sauna, though, to me, with like all the wood around, but that's probably just like to keep moisture out or something, at least for like a real life purpose. Obviously, this is a zombies map, so none of that matters, does it? There is this little area, though. Let's go ahead and hop on by it. And it seems like it has a nice little hallway that leads all the way back here. And unfortunately, this freaking zombie follows me all the way. But there isn't too much going on back here. No hidden rooms. So let's go ahead and continue. And right here is another out-of-bounds space. Let's go ahead and hop on into it. We've got another bunk bed situation with another one of those little sinks. Very weird space. Got another window location right here that's next to the other one. And again, same kind of deal, but pretty cool to check it out anyway. And I believe that completes the entirety of this area. So let's go ahead, go past the ICR-7, and then into this room, which of course is the engine room. I'm not entirely sure how much this area is going to have to offer, but I'm interested, I'll tell you that much. I mean, there's areas like this, for instance, that you couldn't normally get to. I believe zombies probably just spawn around the corner over here and then go on down right there. But, I mean, most of this you'd kind of be able to see anyway, right? So, not sure what to check out here. Well, so we do have a few window locations, such as this one right here, and it does seem like these guys were not killed by zombies. I mean, look at that guy. He, unfortunately seems to have been stabbed in the front. Get it? Get it? Instead of stabbed in the back? I mean, because he was stabbed in the... Someone screwed him over. Man, I never realized how big this engine room is. It's kind of crazy, actually. There is a huge amount of space here. And, I mean, I would say that would be nice for training, but it's so cramped as far as, like, all these little walkways, and it's a literal maze down here. So, not exactly sure if I would call it good for training, but it is a pretty cool location nonetheless. If we go on up this staircase and around the corner, we'll find ourselves yet another window location, and this one, it's very small. Just a little place for zombies to spawn right here, and then come on out the window at you. That's a pretty cool chest. I'm guessing this chest has something to do with the Easter egg. Obviously, I have no clue, but if I can get a look inside of it, yeah, there's definitely stuff inside that chest. And, oh my god, am I swimming under the map right now? I think that's what I'm doing. Yeah, it definitely looks Easter egg-esque, but I honestly have zero idea. Again, I don't think I've ever done the Easter egg on these maps. And way towards the back of the engine room, we have another window right here. And again, just like the other one, just a small little location around the corner for zombies to spawn. Although, as far as like texture and modeling, I mean, there's a random head right here, for instance. It's very creepy here. So I think that's it for like the main portion of the map as far as like the ship is concerned. I might have missed like a couple things, but I'm pretty damn sure that was really thorough. So there's a few things I want to check out more from here. For instance, one under the map. Is there anything down here? So let me just explore for a second and see if there's anything to show you guys. Well, first of all, right here under the sea, if we go ahead and go on down, we can see that these are the black teleporter boxes. I know it's really hard to see, but if I go inside of it, you can see that it is definitely like a black box. I'm assuming these are for each of the players, for those teleporters around the map that zap you to different sections of the boat. And there is indeed 4 of them. If I go this way, we can see there is another one, and then another one, and then another one. There's also some, like, random debris down here. I don't think there's any purpose for it, but it's just chilling underneath the boat here. Strange. Man, there's something about this that is so creepy to me. I'm not a big fan of, like, swimming in water you can't see through, like, in, like, an open lake or anything like that. I don't really like it. I've done it a few times. but parts of it kind of skeeve me out. Like, I like to see where I'm swimming, and I'm getting that feeling right now because I can't see anything while I'm down here. It's so hard to see, dude. Oh, well, we can take a look at the rotors. It turns out that the ship is most certainly not propelling itself at the moment. I suppose that makes sense. But, well, I guess actually no, it doesn't, because the engine room is definitely on. So, yeah, not exactly too realistic. And then as for these icebergs, for instance, this one right here, we can go right on inside of them. Of course, there's no collision out here, but it's pretty cool, man. There literally is a bunch of these icebergs all the way out here. I mean, there's the ship, and there's even some more just chilling out here, even though you would never really be able to see that. Oh, I think I've left the sun volume. Wait, so in Black Ops 4, when you leave the sun volume, it just gets dark instead of becoming white? I mean, that's a lot easier on the eyes, but now you can't see anything at all. Wow, this water continues for ages, man. Oh my god. Is it gonna stop at some point? Oh, wait. What just happened? I've broken through to the other side. So it seems like I suddenly got light again. I don't know why. Okay, it went away. So wait, is there... What is this thing? Is this something, some kind of like boss fight deal? Or is that the boat? Where am I? I don't know what's going on, man. Yeah, it just turns dark again. Huh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on. It's definitely happening. Oh! It's turning my camera around. That's what's happening. Wait, what? So I can't go all the way to the edge. If I go this way, a certain amount, we'll see that eventually, boom. It looks like I'm now in darkness, but if I turn around, there's where the moon is. So it literally just warped me to, like, the other side here, I think? What is happening? And as far as this black object that's just floating out here, I'm assuming that this is just the map, and as we get closer, that'll become more and more apparent, but let's go ahead and get towards it here. What is going on? It looks so strange. I mean, I see what looks like the mystery box light but it's like under the water? Oh, that despawned. What the hell is going on right now, dude? This is such a weird map. But yeah, it looks like I was right. There is the ship, but that black object that was floating in the sky was above it. It was like way up here. I guess we'll never know, because it definitely seems to despawn when you get close to it. I'm not sure what that is. If we go up high enough, you can see that the skybox will change, but it doesn't, like, appear back in, unfortunately. So, not entirely sure. Although, oh my god, there's a barrier up here. I'm just walking about way above the map. This is definitely not the theater mode barrier, so not entirely sure why this is here, but it definitely is. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Voyage of Despair. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was actually a ton of fun to me, even though I didn't really enjoy Black Ops 4. There was a lot of cool artwork going on outside the map. So I hope you guys at least got something out of it. And if you did, leave a like down below. It helps me out a ton. And of course, make sure you're subscribed so you can come back for more. You can click one of the 2 videos on screen right now if you want to watch some more content from me. But if not, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay awesome, and peace out.